Alright, let's dive into something that's been buzzing in the film world lately, Eli Roth's Ice Cream Man and its controversial use of generative AI. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty, let me just say this. The way this story unfolded is almost as intriguing as the film itself. Personally, I think it's a perfect example of how technology is reshaping creativity, and not everyone's on board with it. So, here's the deal. Eli Roth, known for his horror chops, recently confirmed that Ice Cream Man used generative AI in some of its animated sequences. But here's where it gets juicy. Initially, Roth described these scenes as being created through a traditional, hand-drawn process. In an interview with Polygon, he even emphasized his own role, saying, "I have an animation background and I drew it." He talked about drawing loop cycles, working with animators, and trying to capture that old-school, 1920s haunted Mickey Mouse vibe. Sounds like a labor of love, right? But then, just a day later, Roth backtracked. He admitted, "I misspoke," and confirmed that AI was indeed used, though only in a very small portion of a few scenes. Now, this raises a deeper question. Why the initial denial? Was it a PR move? Or did Roth genuinely feel the need to downplay AI's role? What many people don't realize is that this isn't just about technology, it's about perception. Audiences still associate traditional animation with artistry and craftsmanship, while AI can feel, well, soulless. What makes this really interesting is the way AI was integrated. Viewers at early screenings spotted AI-generated material, including Fleischer-style cartoons and an illustrated flashback. Dark Half, a company specializing in AI visual effects, is credited, which suggests this wasn't just a minor experiment. But here's the thing, Roth didn't specify how much AI was used or how it was combined with human work. From my perspective, this lack of transparency is where the real issue lies. If AI is being used as a tool to enhance creativity, why not own it? In my opinion, this controversy highlights a bigger trend in the industry. AI is no longer just a gimmick, it's becoming a legitimate tool for filmmakers. But the way it's presented matters. When Roth initially framed the animation as hand-drawn, he was leaning into the nostalgia and artistry that audiences crave. By later admitting to AI use, he risked alienating those same viewers. What this really suggests is that we're still figuring out how to talk about AI in art. If you take a step back and think about it, this isn't just about Ice Cream Man, it's about the future of filmmaking. AI can streamline production, cut costs, and even push creative boundaries. But it also raises questions about authenticity and credit. Who owns the art when AI is involved? The filmmaker? The programmers? The algorithm itself? These are questions we're going to have to grapple with as AI becomes more prevalent. One thing that immediately stands out is how Roth framed AI as a collaboration between technology and creativity. He said it helped bring my vision to life, which is a smart way to position it. But here's the catch. If AI is just a tool, why the initial hesitation to acknowledge it? A detail I find fascinating is how quickly the narrative shifted. One day it's all about traditional animation, the next it's AI. That kind of whiplash doesn't go unnoticed. So, where does this leave us? Personally, I think Ice Cream Man is a case study in how we're still navigating the ethics and aesthetics of AI in art. It's not just about whether AI was used, it's about why it matters and how we talk about it. As viewers, we're going to have to get comfortable with the idea that the line between human and machine creativity is blurring. And as creators, we're going to have to be honest about how we're using these tools. Closing thought. AI isn't going anywhere. It's going to reshape industries, spark debates, and challenge our definitions of art. But here's the real question. Are we ready to embrace it, or will we keep treating it like a dirty little secret? Let me know what you think in the comments. Is AI a threat to creativity, or just the next step in its evolution? Let's keep the conversation going.